about a year and a half ago, and we've had a lot of progress in the last 3 years. We've cut our suspensions in San Francisco by about 70%. And for me, it's not just what happens when you cut suspensions, but what we're doing instead, which we're actually trying to address the needs that young people have. We're giving them counseling, we're having restorative circles, we're having positive interventions. So it's not just what we don't do, which is the dumb, stupid stuff that hurts, but it's what we do instead, which is do we actually care enough to be there for these young people. So we're trying to do both, and it's not perfect, but we've made a lot of progress in this film, and all of this has been really helpful in telling that story.
I have a question for Kevin. We spoke briefly on the phone, and you're a San Francisco native, born and raised out of Hunters Point, Mission District right here. But when we spoke, you talked about the importance of coming from the trenches and actually understanding the issues that our people face and the impact that we can have through our, talents or abilities or just what we know. So can you talk a little bit more about what you've seen and how that trajectory?
Well, just as it relates to even this project, I think it was really important to have these young people talk. That's the human story, as opposed to just having, the talking heads. I think they added to what Matt was talking, and vice versa. You needed that sort of coalition building. But I felt like, the young people, it just helped me even understand what these young people were facing. Why you see a disproportionate number of these young people in the streets, and truancy, and the lure of the streets in addition to what they're facing in school. So it kind of helped me understand, as a person, this is something that we need to confront with. We need to deal with it. So just the young people, talking to the young people, interviewing them, hearing their stories was kind of moving to me, and that just kind of inspired me to wow, we need to really do what we can to tell this story and help, deal with this school to prison pipeline, because I know it's real, because coming from a baby Hunters Point, a large number of, my peers is in jail and dead, so I've actually seen a lot of it for real. So it just helped me understand that some of these issues are not just a personal issue, it's some other layers, in society and the way things are structured, systemically, that was causing some of this. It wasn't just bro, you bad, it wasn't that. I had to grapple with the other layers that we're dealing with, and that, I think, just helped me put that human side of these stats to this is not just a number, this is what life is. So it was kind of, it was interesting, for me to be a part of this. And just the passion, the meetings. This was only 28 minutes, and it was meetings and parents coming together, and these people, back and really trying to get the language that they needed to go and take it into their arena. So it was a combination of a lot of tireless, committed people that cared, and it was from parents to educators to everybody in between to help propel this to where it is now. And I think it's still a lot of work to be done. And I think Matt, he's I've been commending him because I've seen nothing but great things come from his attempt and his what he aspired for. It's not always there because it's other stuff, but you get a lot of people get in position and they talk the talk, but once they in, it's just kind of it's pathetic. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. So I don't even play with it like that because my life is real and the community is real. So I don't play politics like that. I'm man, this is it's not rocket science. We can see what those issues are, and I think you saw it, and that's why you out of, you got behind that legislation and said, I'm going to take this and, push this through and talk to my colleagues and help them even with what you're dealing with. So it was all around great effort. I'm thankful for it.
How many of us are mothers in this room? How many of us are granddaughters? Okay? She is the one who could lose it all. Nobody told her. Nobody told her. That nothing much is expected of her. And therefore she doesn't have to hope for much. Nobody told her. That she's getting on that train. That she's getting in that car. And she's the one lost in the traffic. And what is this destination? Nobody told her. Nobody told her that her baby's brains would be splattered on the back seat of a car in the Tenderloin. Nobody told her. Nobody told her. So how could she know? Nobody.
And let me be very, very, very clear before we start that we're here for you. We're here to uplift you. Yes, this is going to be my album, but I wanted to offer this music for you. I've been working with a lot of you all the last year, volunteering, coming in, because I feel like there's so much that we have to learn about what incarcerated women have to go through, not just on the inside, but how we as a community can support you all getting back on your feet when you come out. How can we have re-entry better? How can we provide you with housing, with jobs? The system just needs to support you more and needs to change.
All in Silas, bound in jail, ain't got money for to go to bail. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, hold on. Paul and Silas began to shout. The jail doors opened and they walked right out. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, hold on.
It is completely possible to not be here anymore and to be here. It's completely possible in each and every one of you. It's possible. And so I just want to send my love to you, and this means a lot to me today.
I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to all the sisters, all the aunts, all the fathers. Happy Mother's Day. And I say that because you don't have to give birth to be a mother.
To move from the river inside you, take a minute to move from the river inside you, yeah. Take a minute to move from the river inside you. 'cause I'm going nowhere. Held captive by the world's highs and lows. But I know none of it can really define me. So it's time to touch the water down in my soul. Yeah, gotta remember these hard times, they come and go. So hold on and let love flow. Oh, take a minute.
I know that there's many mothers here, and whether we want to admit it to it or not, or even acknowledge it in our minds, because it took me a long time when I shut myself off to think about my children, and until I made that choice, well, wait a minute, this isn't about you anymore, Susie, this is about them. And we need to remember that our children need us. Thank you.
Yeah, 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 let it go through me, wash over me and touch me. Let it go through me, wash over me and touch me. Woo! Let it go through me, wash over me and touch me. Let it go through me, wash over me and touch me. I'm starting to see why I walked this road.
F-16s might circle the skies, but above your war crimes is the power most high. Cause we never run and we never hide. They got us living on the wrong side of apartheid, and we living in this pivotal position. Speak amongst the weak that live within an inquisition. Every word I speak is recorded through their wishes. Though a window for retreat ain't a choice for my picking. Standing with my fist high, tongue tied, listening to sunrise or reading while the sun dies. Eyes.
Guilt, shame, abandonment, blame, addicted, lost, self-inflicted, tossed, enticed, leniency, helplessly let down, talented yet punitive, tortured, thugged around.
Give me a B. Give me an I. Give me a T. Give me a C. Give me an H. What do you got? And bitch stands for being in total control of herself. Okay?
Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, why don't you hold on? I said, Paul in silence began to shout. The jail doors opened and they walked right out. I said the jail doors opened and they walked right out. I said the jail doors opened and they walked right out. Them that's got shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible said, and still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Oh, the strong get more, while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets don't ever make the grade. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own.
Tonight, Sabah and JDX are going to be performing a reinterpretation of the classic poem, Why Am I Black? This poem is taught to Black youth in churches all across America. It examines internalized racism and the hierarchy that can develop when we view God as outside of ourselves. We seek to reclaim the divinity that exists within all Black people and to celebrate the love and relationships that can develop with this reclamation. Thank you.
God, why did you make me black? Why would you put me on a world that wants to hold me back?
I saw God today. They were a vibrant beam of light, sparkling, even in this concrete, cement, power-hungry jungle of commerce and consumption.
You know, black is the color of dirty clothes, grimy hands and feet. Black is the color of darkness, of tired-beaten streets.
I saw God today. They were a vibrant alchemy of legacy and love and survival, melanin thick, with midnight skies whispering daydreams and sunlight.
Why did you give me thick lips, a broad nose, kinky hair? Why would you make it so I get the hatred stare?
I saw God today. Their bodies sang freely testimonies of all of their sensuality and their beauty and their sexiness and their laughter, baby, their laughter.
Why do folks think I'm so useless? Why do I feel so used? Why do people look at my skin and think I deserve to be abused? Black is the color. Black is what people get listed when others want to keep them away. Black is empty holes. Black is shadows cast. Black is the end of day.
I saw God today. They tripped, stumbled over somebody else's baggage, bent over to pick it up, thinking it was their trash, completely unaware that this violence and this hate and this abuse of which you speak was littered by somebody else's hand.
You know, I don't understand. What is it about my skin that makes folks want to hate me and not recognize the spirit within?
I saw God today, and I wanted so bad to reach out and touch
You all. So, what's Congregation of Liberation?
Hi, everyone. So, Congregation of Liberation is an interdisciplinary collection or collaboration between queer Black artists who are looking to examine the way that we as queer people have pursued liberation, the way that Black people are constantly in search for revolution or, fighting for revolution, and this magical alchemy that happens when you combine queerness and Blackness and the way that we heal each other and the way that we love each other, the way that we connect with each other.
Is there something going on between you two? Is there? That's not on my script, but it might have been fed to me by one of the people on this stage. So, anyways, so what's exciting to you about Black Don't Crack, about this project?
I could speak for myself. I could say the thing that is most exciting about Black Don't Crack is creating intentional space for Black, queer, and trans individuals to come together and create art that recognizes their personal intersectionalities of finding liberation, and creating art that is a representation, a proper representation of their voices, and not an interpretation, a third-party interpretation given to us by someone who lacks the proper education, you can say.
And one of the things that we're really excited, you did a great job. And one of the things that we're really excited about with this production is that I think a lot of times when you have like Black theater and Black art, there's a strong focus on oppression, and oppression is very real and unfortunately very consistent. But our goal is to look at the ways that we work and consistently work to heal ourselves from oppression, to build connection even in the face of oppression. So we've been meeting like once a week for maybe since June. And we've been having like these really beautiful, tender, loving conversations with each other about what love and what community looks like. And so we're creating art that's coming out of those conversations.
How do I define my style? Classic. It's got some uniqueness and originality, but I'm still moving in the same classical forms of the element.
It costs the city of San Francisco $20 million every year to clean up unwanted graffiti. Think of what we could be doing with $20 million. We could be beautifying the city, adding parks and play spaces. We could be investing in our children, creating education programs and jobs. But instead, we're spending a lot on erasing urban blight.
My name is Bianca Maria Vasquez. I go to Everett Middle School and I'm in the 6th grade.
My name is Angela Cabrales and I go to Everett Middle School.
I think art could be used for like basically anything, because it's like on TV shows, it's on our schools, it's on anything.
The Where Art Lives program activates young students and artists in San Francisco. Through hands-on education, classes work together to envision the way they want their communities to look and feel. In the process, they examine public art and experiment with art to discover their own expressive styles.
Where art lives is inside of people. Like, if they don't like drawing, it's inside of them, even though they don't like it. And in Glide, we have a lot, like many kids like to draw and do art. So like it mostly lives in Glide.
Where Art Lives places teaching artists in classrooms and after-school programs to encourage youth to understand that tagging and graffiti is illegal vandalism. Teaching artists redirect young people to explore legal art-making opportunities. So, what is the difference between graffiti as art and graffiti as vandalism?
Well, I like the idea of spreading peace, but one, we need permission if we're trying to like spray paint a wall, and that they give a good message. We need permission from the authorities or something. And two, it's just illegal to go like tag a school, tag a car, tag a tree, stuff like that.
If there's a free wall with no paint on it, and it was a restaurant on it or something, somebody's place, and if the graffiti guy wanted to paint on it, they have to ask. If they don't ask and paint on it and they find out, they will get 1 year of jail, I think, and like $25,000 have to pay.
What does it look like when everyone is contributing? What does it look like when the people in a community want it to look awesome and are being creative together? And maybe that means a lot more art, a lot more murals, a lot more community participation. What does that look like?
It hurts. Graffiti hurts. When you are coming into San Francisco and you come right off the freeway and you see scribbles on people's homes or on people's buildings, it hurts because it begins to tell you, what kind of city is this?
The Where Art Lives program has been working at 12 sites across San Francisco, both during the school day and during after-school programs. Since 2009, 800 youth have learned the economic impact of tagging, the cost to property owners, and how vandalism affects property value and degrades the dignity of the community. Students express the value of caring for public space and create public art by showcasing the work they're creating during classes across the city and creating murals to decorate the walls at their own schools.
The Where Art Lives program is a sort of a multifaceted program. At its core, it's to teach young people the difference between graffiti and art. A piece of that is also to make sure that young people don't embark on a life of tagging because it can lead to felonies and arrests, and we want our young people to make sure, in San Francisco, we want our young people to make sure that they're not erroneously making decisions that can affect their future.
This class is one of the best classes I ever had. And because I'm knowing how to draw more and making my pictures more creative.
Children in classrooms and after-school programs are building their own communities. They're designing the way that they think the streets should look. They're decorating the walls and working together to envision the ideal city. A place where they can live, learn, work, and feel safe. With paint and brushes and markers and ideas, they're creating an environment where art can live. A city where art should live. San Francisco.